You reach the bottom of the stairs and stop. You know it's just 15 steps, but your legs hesitate. You grab the railing. You glance down, unsure of your balance. A thought crosses your mind, quietly, uninvited. What if I fall? So you turn around. Another day without walking. Another moment where your body tells you it's not the same anymore. You tell yourself, it's just age. That's how it goes. But what if that's not the truth? What if the weakness in your legs, the stiffness in your back, the slow loss of confidence? What if none of it is inevitable? What if it's a signal that your body is asking for help, and you just haven't been shown how to answer? Here's what most doctors won't say clearly. You're not losing muscle because you're getting older. You're losing it because you're no longer sending the right message to your body. Muscle needs activation. Muscle needs specific nutrients. And after 65, it needs them delivered in a very particular way. That's what no one tells you. The good news? You don't need supplements. You don't need workouts or weight machines. What you need might already be sitting in your refrigerator, quietly waiting to be seen for what it really is. Not a snack, not an indulgence, but a tool. Because hidden inside 3 specific types of cheese is a combination of nutrients that can help restore the strength you thought was gone for good. In this video, I'll show you how to use these 3 foods to protect and rebuild your muscles, no matter your age. You'll learn what to eat, how much, and most importantly, when. Because timing changes everything after 65. And by the end, you'll have a plan that takes less than 5 minutes a day, with no stress, no struggle, and no guesswork. This isn't about food. It's about getting your life back, one bite at a time. It doesn't happen all at once. You don't wake up one day unable to move. It starts slowly, in ways that feel almost invisible. You skip your morning walk because your legs feel tight. You choose the elevator instead of the stairs. Just this once. You sit a little longer after lunch. You stop kneeling in the garden. You avoid bending to pick things up from the floor. One small adjustment becomes another, and then another, until eventually you find yourself out of breath just tying your shoes. These moments add up. They form a quiet chain reaction, a domino effect. And by the time you realize what's happening, your muscles have already weakened, your balance has already faded, and your confidence has started slipping away. Not because you're lazy, not because you're broken, but because your body has been losing strength without warning. And no one ever told you how quickly that strength can disappear. I've seen it so many times. A patient says, I used to walk every morning. Now I get winded in my driveway. Another says, I can't lift the laundry basket anymore. My arms feel like rubber. They're not alone, and neither are you. The truth is, this loss of strength doesn't mean your body is failing. It means your muscles have stopped receiving the signal to grow. And when that signal goes quiet, your independence slowly follows. That's the scariest part, not the weakness itself, but what it takes away. Your ability to carry groceries, to walk without fear, to play with your grandkids, to trust your own body. But here's the good news. It's not too late. That signal can be sent again, and it starts not with exercise or medication, but with food. Not just any food, but very specific nutrients at very specific times that tell your muscles, we're not done. Let's rebuild. In just a moment, I'll show you how to flip that switch, because what's been fading can be restored if you know what to feed it. Think of your muscles like an engine. When you were younger, that engine ran smoothly. It didn't take much to keep it going. A walk here, a bit of protein there, and it stayed strong, ready, dependable. But after 65, something changes. The engine doesn't break. It doesn't rust. It just gets harder to start. It still works, but it needs a stronger spark, a more precise kind of fuel to come back to life. That's because your muscles stop responding to small signals. When you were 30, a glass of milk or a sandwich was enough to stimulate growth. But now, your body needs something more specific, something stronger to wake those muscles up. That something is leucine. It's a key amino acid, and it acts like a switch. Without enough leucine, your body won't activate muscle repair. It doesn't matter how much you eat or how often. Without leucine, your muscle engine stays cold. And here's the part no one talks about. Most older adults aren't getting enough of it. They think they're eating fine. Some chicken at dinner, a little toast in the morning. But their meals are too low in high-quality protein and spread unevenly across the day. The result? The muscle signal never gets through. Your body quietly continues to break down more than it builds. And that's why the weakness creeps in. The solution isn't more food. It's the right food. Specific proteins, rich in leucine, timed carefully throughout your day, especially in the morning and after any movement. The right food can turn that engine back on. And surprisingly, some of the best sources aren't powders, pills, or fancy supplements. They're sitting in your refrigerator right now. Not trendy, not expensive, and definitely not what most people expect. They're cheeses. But not just any cheeses. These 3 specific kinds deliver the leucine, protein, and digestibility your muscles need to respond again. They work in different ways. Some slowly over hours, some quickly after activity, some so dense that just a spoonful makes a difference. And in the next section, I'll show you exactly which ones to eat, how much to use, and how to time them for maximum strength-building results. Let's start with the gentlest option. If your appetite isn't what it used to be, if chewing meat feels like a chore, or if your stomach struggles with heavy meals, then this cheese may be your perfect fit. Cottage cheese. It may not look powerful, but inside that creamy spoonful is one of the most effective muscle-supporting tools for older adults. Half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese delivers about 14 grams of high-quality protein without weighing you down. What's more important is the kind of protein it offers. Casein. Casein tests slowly, releasing a steady stream of amino acids into your bloodstream for 6 to 8 hours. That means one serving can support your muscles throughout most of the day or through the night if taken before bed. And there's something else inside that's even more powerful. Leucine. Just half a cup contains over 1 gram of it. That gets you 1/3 of the way toward your target for activating muscle growth at a single meal. That's huge, especially when your meals are smaller than they used to be. Cottage cheese is also incredibly easy to eat. No cutting, no chewing, just scoop and go. You can mix it with fruit, drizzle a little honey, or stir in some herbs for a savory snack. Some people blend it into smoothies. Others use it in dips or replace mayonnaise in tuna salad. It's versatile, mild in flavor, and gentle on digestion. That makes it perfect for seniors who've lost interest in large meals or who have sensitive stomachs. For best results, I recommend half a cup to 1 cup daily. And if you're only going to eat it once, make it your first meal. After a night of fasting, your muscles are primed to absorb protein, so give them something they can actually use. If you prefer, you can also enjoy it as a light evening snack. That slow release of amino acids while you sleep, it helps prevent overnight muscle breakdown, which is more common than most people realize after 65. Cottage cheese is your muscle insurance. Steady, reliable, and effective. But if you want something stronger, something that delivers more in a smaller dose, then the next cheese might surprise you. It's bold, dense, and has been quietly fueling strength for centuries. If cottage cheese is your slow and steady fuel, Parmesan is your power shot. This aged cheese may look like nothing more than a flavor booster, but inside that hard wedge is a remarkable concentration of protein, calcium, and digestibility. Ideal for older adults who need big benefits from small portions. Just 1 ounce of authentic Parmesan contains more than 10 grams of complete protein. That's enough to rival a small chicken breast, but in a piece no bigger than your thumb. And for people who don't eat as much as they used to, that kind of efficiency matters. But Parmesan's real magic lies in the way it's made. Authentic Parmigiano Reggiano is aged for at least 2 years. During that time, enzymes naturally break down the protein into smaller pieces, making it easier for your body to absorb. It's almost like the cheese digests itself before you eat it. That means even if your digestive system has slowed down, your body can still extract what it needs without discomfort. And there's more. Parmesan is virtually lactose-free after aging, making it a safe option for people who can't tolerate milk. It also delivers over 330 milligrams of calcium per ounce. That's about a quarter of your daily requirement. While most people associate calcium with bones, it plays a critical role in muscle contraction. Without enough calcium, even well-fed muscles can't function at full strength. Studies show that low calcium intake in older adults is strongly linked to faster muscle decline and a higher risk of falls. So what you get in Parmesan is a perfect pairing. The protein to build muscle and the calcium to help those muscles work. And you don't need much. 1 to 2 ounces a day is enough to make a real difference. You can grate it over eggs at breakfast, sprinkle it on soups or vegetables at lunch, or stir it into pasta or roasted dishes at dinner. Even small chunks paired with fruit or nuts make an excellent snack. Just make sure you're getting the real thing. Look for the dotted rind that says Parmigiano Reggiano. Pre-grated versions often lack the full nutritional benefits and are loaded with fillers. Authentic Parmesan may cost more, but because it's so rich in nutrients and flavor, you'll use less and benefit more. Parmesan gives you strength without bulk. A little goes a long way. And when combined with the next cheese in our countdown, you'll have both ends of the recovery spectrum covered. Because while Parmesan fuels you slowly and deeply, the next cheese acts fast, giving your muscles exactly what they need at the perfect time. If cottage cheese fuels you slowly and Parmesan gives you dense, long-lasting support, ricotta is your rapid response partner. This soft, creamy cheese may not look like much, but for older adults, it provides one of the fastest and most efficient ways to deliver muscle-repairing protein right when it's needed most. Ricotta is made from whey, the liquid left over after other cheeses are produced. And whey protein, unlike casein, is absorbed by the body within 30 to 60 minutes. That speed matters, especially after movement. When you take a walk, do light chores, or stretch for just 15 minutes, your muscles open a short window of opportunity. During that time, they become more responsive, ready to soak up nutrients and begin rebuilding. But that window closes fast. And if you miss it, the body moves on. That's why eating the right kind of protein within 2 hours of any movement is so critical. Ricotta makes this easy. A half cup of whole milk ricotta delivers about 14 grams of protein, rich in branched-chain amino acids like leucine. These go straight to your muscle tissue without needing to be processed by the liver first. It's a direct delivery system for growth and repair. And because ricotta is low in sodium and soft in texture, it's perfect for anyone managing blood pressure or dental issues. It requires no chewing, minimal preparation, and fits into almost any type of meal. You can spread it on toast with cinnamon and honey in the morning. Mix it with herbs and vegetables for a lunchtime dip. Stir it into pasta or layer it into casseroles for dinner. Even blend it with fruit or cocoa powder for a light dessert that's both satisfying and functional. Some people even bake it into muffins or pancakes to sneak in extra protein without adding bulk. To get the full benefit, aim to eat ricotta within 2 hours after any kind of physical activity. You don't need to run or lift weights. Even light movement, gardening, walking to the mailbox, standing up and down from a chair, counts. And when followed by a serving of ricotta, it becomes a muscle-building opportunity rather than a breakdown event. Together, these 3 cheeses cover all angles. Cottage cheese protects you slowly. Parmesan nourishes deeply in small doses. Ricotta acts quickly and supports recovery after activity. But knowing what to eat is only part of the picture. In the next section, we'll look at what happens when that signal to grow is ignored, and why doing nothing might be the most dangerous choice of all. There's a moment you might recognize. You walk into the kitchen and realize you're holding on to the counter, not because you slipped, but because you're not sure if your legs can fully support you. Or maybe it happens at the grocery store, when you look at the cart and think twice about lifting a jug of milk. These moments feel small, but they're warnings, and most people ignore them until it's too late. Muscle loss doesn't happen all at once. It begins quietly. First, your steps get shorter. Then, your balance feels less certain. You avoid uneven ground. You sit more. You hesitate before climbing stairs. And before long, you stop trusting your body entirely. That's how independence fades, not with a loud crash, but with dozens of tiny decisions made in fear or fatigue. If nothing changes, that pattern continues. The muscles shrink, the strength fades. A single fall becomes a turning point, leading to a cane, a walker, or even worse, a hospital bed. I've seen it happen to people who were just like you, sharp, aware, trying their best to stay active. But no one ever told them how quickly strength disappears after 65, or how critical it is to rebuild it consistently. But here's the truth that matters most. You are not too late. You are not beyond recovery. Right now, your body is still responding. Even if your legs feel weak, even if your energy feels low, even if you've already lost ground, your muscles are listening. They're just waiting for a clear, consistent message. And that message doesn't come from willpower alone. It comes from nutrition, from movement, from the right habits, repeated daily. You are standing at a fork in the road. One direction leads toward further decline, quiet, invisible, but relentless. The other direction leads toward recovery, not overnight, but real. Stronger legs, more stable balance, the confidence to reach, lift, stand, and walk again. What makes the difference is what you do next, not tomorrow, not next week, today. In the next story, you'll meet someone who chose that second road. He wasn't a bodybuilder. He wasn't trying to reverse time. He just wanted to walk through the park again without feeling afraid. And by making one small change, one food once a day, he did exactly that. George was 72, a retired mechanic. Proud, independent, not one to complain. But over the last few years, he'd stopped doing the things that used to bring him joy. His daily walks became weekly ones. Then, none at all. He told me the turning point wasn't pain, it was fear. I don't trust my knees anymore, he said. I used to walk the park trail with my granddaughter. Now I just watch from the bench. When we spoke, he didn't ask for miracles. He didn't want to run or lift weights. He just wanted to feel steady again. To stand up without bracing on the armrest. To walk without worrying about falling. So we started simple. No gym, no equipment, just one change. He added cottage cheese to his breakfast. One scoop every morning. A few days later, he added grated Parmesan to his soup. Then a spoonful of ricotta after his afternoon walk around the block. 3 weeks later, I got a call. His voice sounded lighter. Doc, he said, I walked the whole loop again, the whole park. No cane, no stops. My granddaughter held my hand, but I didn't need it. He paused, then laughed. She was the one trying to keep up with me. That's the power of sending the right message to your body. Not through drastic measures, but through small, repeated signals. Protein, timing, consistency. George didn't change everything. He changed one thing, and that one thing gave him the confidence to move again, which gave him strength, which gave him momentum. And that's where recovery begins, not with a program, but with belief. Not in theory, in experience. If George can do it, so can you. If you saw yourself in George's story, even just a little, if you've ever hesitated at the stairs, avoided walks you used to enjoy, or questioned whether your legs could handle one more errand, I want you to say something to yourself right now, quietly, clearly. Say, I'm not done yet, because you're not. You're not done moving, not done living, not done being strong. The fact that you're still watching, still learning, still searching for ways to fight back, that tells me everything I need to know. You haven't given up, and neither has your body. You don't need to make big promises. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to decide right now that you're not going to let decline define you. Not today, not ever. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about protecting independence. It's about walking across the room without worry, lifting your grandchild without hesitation, getting through your day without asking for help. So here's your chance to claim that, not with willpower alone, but with simple choices, repeated daily. Start by saying it with me. I'm not done yet. Say it to your reflection. Say it in your heart. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your fridge. Because tomorrow, you're going to take the first real step. And that step starts with something small, something simple, something that works. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to do it. The right foods, the right timing, and a routine so easy it can change your body in just 90 days without overwhelming your life.